Hey everybody, Mike here. I wanted to discuss a recent race I was just in called Immolation. It's part of the Trident series. Now the Trident series is a bunch of races that take place in Jupiter, Florida over these sand dunes. It's an incredible race, incredibly tough, and they're another race kind of like the Vero Beach Octopus Ultra that, really has a strong place in my heart. Now, what I want to start doing is doing these race debriefs. I did this for the Vero Beach Octopus Ultra. Now, what I like about this is that first of all, it lets me get a video out way quicker than doing a full race recap. For the race recaps, you're kind of alongside with me, experiencing the race as I do. For these debriefs, I want them to be a look at the race from a finisher's perspective, and also give some views of the course footage, some of the B-roll that I have that doesn't necessarily make it into the final cut of my videos. Now, you probably don't know this, but about 70 to 80% of the footage that I take during a race ends up on the cutting room floor. This will give me a chance to discuss the race from a finisher or the end perspective, and also show some of that footage, bring that to you. And if you want to watch this, that's great. If you don't want to watch this and want to watch the final video, that's cool too. And if you don't want to watch either, then makes me kind of sad, but hey, you're here right now, so let's get into it. So for a breakdown on the actual race Immolation, it's a 24-hour race. It's kind of like a last man standing type event, except there's no last man standing. It has a strict 24-hour cutoff, and the laps are about 3.2-ish miles total. You get done with the lap, you rest for a bit. As soon as the next hour comes up, you go for that next 3-mile loop. Additionally, it's over sand dunes, a couple hundred feet of incline and decline per loop. It adds a bit of difficulty too. Some of those sand dunes, you don't want to walk up it because you actually start drifting back down, so you kind of want to have a nice little ultra jog up them. So it tears your legs apart. That's what really got me this year, and I'll get into that. The race, it starts at noon. It's hot. You're allowed to set up your tent anywhere you want at the finishing area. First come, first serve, and that's kind of your main hub. That's where I had all my stuff. That's where my Run Fluent team had all their stuff: ice, chairs, supplies, clothes, everything. It's right there. The race started out really well. Of course, it was hot. I had been heat trained for the last few weeks, doing Vero Beach Octopus Ultra 2 weeks prior, and doing Skunk Ape the weekend prior to that. So I was feeling pretty good. Started knocking down loops 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was handling the heat very well. I was doing about 38 minute loops the first couple, went up to about 40 minutes the final few. Long story short for me, loop 7 is when I decided to call it a day. I decided to get one more loop in, loop 8, hit that marathon mark, match what I did the year prior, and then call it early. Was I hurting? Was I tired? Was I slowing down? Was I mentally not there? No, I was actually feeling really good. I was actually feeling great for the amount of damage my body had been put through the last 2 weeks. But I had done Vero Beach Octopus Ultra 2 weeks prior. That was a 100-miler. I had done Skunk Ape the weekend before, which was 18 miles, which was kind of like the rest weekend. I just wasn't recovered enough from that 100-miler 2 weeks prior. What I felt in my legs at hour 8 after loop 8, it was a deep soreness in the quads, in the hamstrings, in the calves, and I knew that I could go further than 8 loops, but I could not have gone 24. 8 hours into it, feeling good, but thinking about 16 more hours of doing that, there was no way my legs could handle that. It really wasn't a question of if I DNF, it was when. So, do I want to DNF at midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., have to pack up my stuff, drive home exhausted, possibly injured, or do I call it at hour 8, pack my stuff up, get home, get a good night's sleep, and get right back to the drawing board and start training right away? If this would have been me a year ago, I would have pushed through, I would have injured myself, and I would have been out for a few weeks. I'm at the point now where I'm not super experienced in ultras. I've been doing this stuff for 2 years, but I now know my body well enough to know that I would have been risking injury. It wouldn't have been possible. I never like to say something's impossible, but it wouldn't have been safe if I would have continued on. And I'm really happy that I decided to call it. It's now 3-4 days later. I'm weightlifting, I'm running, I'm feeling really good. The day after the race, I was actually feeling pretty sore, but still decent. So, I'm still kicking myself in the butt because I do feel good. Why didn't I go out there, die on my shield, give it all I got? But I was really happy with what I had accomplished this SummerSlam up until this point. Last year, after Vero Beach, I was trashed, feet were trashed. This year, I smiled the whole time. I felt good. I was feeling good after the race the whole week. Skunk ape last year. It hurt the whole time. I got done. I felt terrible. I felt sick to my stomach. This year, felt good. Went home, rested up, and I hit the Trident, hit Immolation, feeling really good. Oh shit. The only problem is that it wasn't quite good enough for 24 hours. I even thought of calling the race director up a few weeks prior and saying, hey, I want to drop down to do the 12-hour, do the half marathon, just finish out the Summer Slam and do something that I know I could finish. I didn't sign up for the series of races to get a participation trophy. I'm not doing this just to have some plaque I can put on my wall. I wanted to challenge myself, and I set out a few months ago to challenge myself to the series of races and to see what my limit was. Though I didn't come home with that final buckle that I really, really wanted, I found something I did want, which was I found my current limit. And I'm happy that I was able to find that. I now know what I need to work on for my next races for the next few years. Will I come back and do this next year? Absolutely not. I'm actually the co-race director for Vero Beach Octopus Ultra next year, so I'm not running that. In 2, 3, 4 years, will I come back and try again with more training and more experience? There's a very strong chance. And actually next year, I'm probably going to end up being an idiot and signing up for Immolation again and making that like my A+ race for the year and just doing that race to show myself that I can do it. But for right now, for my fitness level, I know I need to work on, and I'm going to work on that. Like I said, I've only been doing ultra running for 2 years. My body is getting more and more experienced at recovering. Mentally, I'm getting smarter with recovery, but there's a lot that I don't know, and there's a lot that I still need to learn, and there's a lot that my body still needs to, build up tolerance to. Am I upset about this weekend? Absolutely not. I do wish I would have got that buckle. I do wish I was among the 5 finishers that finished this thing. It had a 17% finish rate. I wish I could have been one of those 17%. I wish I could have been finished number 6. But at the end of the day, I really got what I wanted out of this Summer Slam. And while it wasn't a victory, it was something that actually maybe more valuable. Now I'm kind of fired up. I'm kind of fired up about the next race I'm going to do. I got Tampa Bay 100 coming up. I have the Lollipop 240 loop I want to do. I feel like I'm going to take this Immolation DNF and really turn this into a crazy solid training plan to podium that next race. So Tampa Bay 100's the inaugural year for this race. I really want to podium it. Could I get first place? Shit, yeah, I think I could get first place. So if you're on Tampa Bay 100, you see my name on that sign-up list. Just know that I'm going after it pretty hard this year. Aside from that, man, there was some incredible athletes that were out there. Evie Stengel, she took first place this year in the 12-hour event. Incredible. Gus, another Run Fluent runner. He has never done an ultra before. He ended up being one of the finishers for Immolation. Man, incredible running from him. Matt Clapper took first place. My buddy that we did across Florida 200, he took first place. Not surprising there. There were some incredible athletes out there. The Trident, it is such an incredible series of races. Mikey B, the race director, he puts these races on with the intent to push your limit, to find your limit, and he wants to break you mentally or physically. And I would be lying to say that this year I kind of am using the physical breakdown as kind of a scapegoat. Mentally, I was feeling it too. It gets to you. I saw the mental part get to a lot of people. I saw the physical part get to a lot of people. Next summer, if you have a chance to sign up, you get down to Jupiter for these races, do it. They're hard, but you finish them, and you cannot believe what you just did. Watch my videos too. I had a few runners out there that said they watched my video, got some recon of the course, and it helped them out. So again, a self-plug for myself. Go out there, watch my other videos, and get a little bit of an advantage. Because if you sign up for this thing not knowing what you're gonna get, you're gonna get humbled. So yeah, that's all I got. It's an incredible course, incredible series of races. I can't wait to hit my next challenge. I can't wait to get back to training. Like I said, I'm hitting the weights. I'm going for runs. I just want to get back out there, get back on a course, and show what I can do. So thank you all for watching. I tried to keep this short because it was honestly a short race. So like I said, I'm going to do more of these in the future, but also make sure that you keep an eye out for my final finished video. It's going to have less long footage of the course, more quick cuts, a lot more exciting. I'm going to try to make it, a nice medium medium length, nothing too long, nothing too short, something to kind of capture your attention. So I'm really excited to put that together, and I'm really excited to bring that to you. I can't wait to see you do something amazing. Go out there, sign up for the Trident, start training, and kick some ass next year.